Have I told you lately that I love you? That's my song today for the Expendable Show because it's dedicated to the love of my life, Sexy Red, the rapper. She's the love of my. Do you know Sexy Red, Nicole?
No, I have no idea who you're talking about.
Rapper, but she supports Trump. She's a Trumper.
Oh.
Right. So we can get married. But it's also my audition. Oh, there's Shauna. She missed the best part. I had to sing a song. Anyway, that's a Rod Stewart song for those of you youngins that don't know. I just sang a song, Shauna, and I dedicated it to Sexy Red.
I'm okay. I'm good. Thank you so much. Am I breaking up?
No.
Okay, good.
But anyway, so that's also my audition for the Harris Walz summer concert series that they have going on. So, and we're going to talk about that here in a little bit because that's the only way that Harris can get people to come to her rallies is by having free concerts. So I figure if I sing a song, one of these libtards will go back to Kamala and they'll go, you got to hear the Expendable from the Expendable Show because he sings Rod Stewart songs and they're beautiful, like the wings of an angel. He sounds just like an angel. And we got to have him as part of the Harris Walz summer concert series to help bring supporters to the rallies. So that's
you're a hot mess.
But anyway, we have Nicole with us today for her second appearance on the show. Also, we have Shauna Lewis. I didn't even call you a politician today, Shauna. You should be proud of me. You're just Shauna today. You do look kind of like Michelle Obama with that hair, though.
I'm gonna get off this. I'm gonna get off. I will get off.
That's a compliment.
I am not in the mood. Okay, I am stuck on 285 in traffic. I am not in the mood.
Yeah. Hey, if it makes you feel better, so there was a kid at the Atlanta Trump rally that the news. I don't remember which news talked to this kid, but he was him and his buddy. They were outside talking to reporters about about human trafficking, and they were raising awareness to human trafficking. And I thought these two young kids, they were probably from that area somewhere like on the south side of Atlanta, and they were doing a really good job, and they were well educated. They knew what they were talking about. And the one kid, his company fired him for that.
Oh, because he was talking about raising awareness on human trafficking?
Right. Why would you fire a kid for that? So the TikTok was from a guy from Atlanta. He said, hey, if any of you guys have any jobs in the Atlanta area. So guess who offered him a job?
You did.
This guy.
Oh my gosh.
Yep. And there's Stephanie. She's in on the chat today. Hi, Stephanie. We go way back. Me and Stephanie do way back, a million years ago. We were both hatched from dinosaur eggs.
Sounds about right.
But yeah, it is right. So I think what we're going to do today is I'm going to go through the international stuff real quick. And then we'll have a nice discussion about Kamala and her new fantastic vice president candidate who has a really, really long history of stuff. That's what we'll say, stuff. And that's where our breaking news is going to come from, Nicole.
Okay, I'm prepared.
Stephanie says she really enjoys our show. Thank you, Stephanie. Aww. You're the best.
That's because she doesn't know you very well. She doesn't know the real.
No, she knows me really. She does know me really, really well. Yeah.
That's almost.
We went to school together.
Did you?
Yeah.
Then she knows
we used to
you.
kick it. Yeah, she has the best parents like ever. They are so cool. So we're going to talk. Let's go talk about Hunter and Romania. So this new information has come forward that pretty much is the nail in the coffin for Hunter, and they received like $3 million from Romania directly for influence while Biden was president. It's not really relevant anymore since Biden's not in office, but they are they're still going to pursue that and try to get somewhere with it. I mean, it just proves that the Bidens, just for more proof that the Bidens were corrupt. So it was nothing new that we already didn't know. So I'm going to call out Iran today because that's what I do. Ayatollah the Coward, that's what I renamed him. He's not Ayatollah Khomeini anymore. He's Ayatollah the Coward. So this guy talks so much smack and does nothing. He's like, hey, but he blows up or kills our friends. We're gonna attack him. He hasn't attacked nothing. He has Hezbollah shooting off rockets. I think if I was Hezbollah's like Iran's flunkies. They're like, hey, we're gonna attack Israel, but you guys are gonna do it because we know Israel's gonna blow you guys up. So like, why would, if you're Hezbollah, I'd be like, look, man, y'all don't pay me enough to sit here and get blown up. So I just have a tough time with that. Nicole, do you think that's like kind of stupid?
Dude, I think anything that Iran does is stupid. So there's that.
It doesn't make sense, does it? However, I did see some things. Shauna, do you think it's stupid?
What's stupid? I'm sorry.
Right. They told you.
I'm sorry. It's these cars, guys. I am in traffic. I am in so much traffic.
She's got her Kanye's on.
I literally
you got your Kanye's on?
I should literally be in my neighborhood right now, and I'm literally stuck on 285. It's ridiculous. Anyways, is what stupid? Is all these people stupid? Absolutely. All of them are stupid. Yeah, I agree.
Iran specifically. Just say stupid and we'll move on.
But I mean, is that going to get me canceled if I say yeah?
Probably not. I don't think that would do it.
No.
Plan on being canceled today. Okay, then yeah.
You get
I don't trust you, but I trust Nicole.
You get 200,000 Trump points for that.
They're stupid.
Yeah. You get 200,000 Trump points for that.
Here you go. I don't want Trump points.
It's just as good as gold.
Told you I'm not in favor of the orange man.
That's not what you said earlier today. We'll get to that here in a minute.
He's not as orange as he used to be. I'll give him that. He's backed off on the self tanner. We're good.
He was a little more like a. He was like a.
He's on a campaign run. He can't be that orange. It's tacky.
Yeah.
It's literally tacky.
He just looks a little Hispanic now.
Yeah, he's got that natural Florida tan.
Yeah, he does. He looks like a Florida guy right now.
Mm-hmm.
So Iran keeps making empty threats. Israel just bombed the crap out of Lebanon. Hezbollah is bombing the crap back out of them, but it's not really hitting because they got the golden shield, the golden dome thing for the missile knocker downer. That's what I'm gonna call it, the missile knocker downer. So Israel's well protected from missile strikes. That's what I'm basically saying. So now we're sitting here and Israel's been like on their heels for like since the weekend, waiting on Iran to do something, and they just don't. Iran keeps putting out all this propaganda all over the place, putting these videos out with like 5 million Humvees waiting, like all these troops standing around like they're waiting on their orders to invade Israel. But it's just all saber rattling is what I think. I think Ayatollah is he ain't really about that life. I think he knows what time it is at the end of the day. Like, we go over here, we do anything to Israel, the United States is about to mess us up severely. That's what I think. Because Congress has already put together steps to approve a counter attack if somebody attacks Israel. So we will be declared in a war if that happens. Lloyd Austin's already said we're locked and loaded, ready to go, which is probably the toughest thing Lloyd Austin's ever said in his life. So I'm amazed that he actually made a definitive statement about something. So that's a plus. We're moving in the right direction. Maybe because Kamala's already president. Maybe that's what it is. But in other international news, Ukraine made a drastic mistake. They attacked the Russian city of Kursk, which is just on the other side of the Ukrainian border. So Kursk is famous because in World War II, they were invaded by the Nazis, and the Nazis sent like the largest tank armada ever into Kursk or into Russia. They were trying to invade Russia, and they went through Kursk first, and the people of Kursk were ready, and they defeated the German tank armada like with just some regular civilians. So that was like a turning point in World War II where Hitler took a lot of losses during that, especially in the tank artillery. So Kursk is important. So now Ukraine has struck Kursk. And so now I would be willing to bet that Vladimir Putin is going to rain down terror on something in the Ukraine. I did see a video yesterday where he's already flying. He's dropping phosphorus all over some of the Ukraine cities, which if you ever seen that happen, it's basically like carpet bombing. It's a horrible way to die, where you're just covered in fuel and then you're caught on fire.
Ooh.
So I would expect something
just watch the
little
video
more
of that
extreme
today.
than that.
It was crazy.
It was crazy, wasn't it? Yeah, if you haven't seen it, go watch it. It almost looks like they're dropping like sparklers out of airplanes, and then you start seeing stuff catch on fire.
No thanks.
So yeah, I know it's crazy. So into the key segment of the show today, we're going to talk about Koala Harris. That's what I call her, Koala Harris, because she's really a trash panda. So now she had a rally in Wisconsin in Eau Claire, which is obviously French. If we conspiracy theory it all together with the Olympics, it's got to be a Satan worshiping town because Eau Claire is French, and the French did their whole satanic opening ceremony of the Olympics, so it all adds up together. See how I just QAnon that right there? I should work for QAnon.
Oh my God!
I'd make things fun.
Stop saying stop.
Anyway, in Eau Claire. So Kamala went like if you all haven't watched the rally, so when you first look at it, you're like, wow, she does have kind of a big gathering there. But then when you read what was going on, she gave another free concert. She had Bon Iver there, who I had no idea who this dude is, so I had to look him up, and his music sucks. But doesn't it, Shauna? His music sucks. We looked it up today. He's like a folk.
Maybe he was just having a bad day, but he cannot sing. It was terrible. I don't know. That wasn't it.
Well, listen. That's what they said when Joe Biden lost the debate. They're like, well, he was having a bad day. He was sick. So we all know how that excuse goes.
He looks kind of weird. I just looked him up because I didn't know who you guys were talking about. No. Just the looks of it.
Yeah, nobody knows who you did.
He looks like a meth addict that they found on the corner and said, hey, we need you to go play the guitar at our concert today. Like, that's what it was giving. And I've never been to Wisconsin, but if that's what Wisconsin's like, that's not a great representation. I don't know, but it wasn't good. It wasn't good. It's very much given drugs.
Well, you basically listen to folk, right? You listen to folk music, eat cheese, and drink beer in Wisconsin.
But I mean, like, the folk music is fine. He's not a good folk singer, though. That's the problem.
He doesn't look like it, that's for sure.
He looks like an addict. Like he's been trying to be sober for 20 years. It was not okay. It was not okay at all.
So
thank God.
Maybe Colin's on here. He says that it looks like Kamala's trying to buy America's love with a bunch of free concerts, which I agree. That's why I called this episode the Harris Walz concert summer concert series, because that's basically what it is. And I'm just waiting on. She should put out a lineup, like a lineup of musicians. But I'm pretty sure she probably, that's probably why she had to do Bon Iver, was because she spent all her concert money on Cardi or Megan Thee Stallion. I'm sorry.
I was going to say, you got to.
She shot all her money at Megan Thee Stallion.
Which might I just add, very inappropriate for a presidential rally.
Yeah, I agree with that. I saw it. And I was like, oh.
Well, I mean,
you have the presidential elect in a 3-piece suit and the performer with a crop top on and her midriff out. It's just, I'm typically not one to shame on women, but that was just a tad bit much.
It was not classy, for sure.
At all. And her response to the criticism was very classless as well. Like, ma'am, that, like, none of her musical catalog should have been performed at a presidential debate. Anyways, moving on. Ugh. Over it.
Stephanie said they had free socks at the rally.
Yeah, Colin said
free socks.
Yeah.
I love socks, so I don't know. I might have went just for the socks. Was it like crazy socks? You know, maybe like with her and whatchamacallit's face on it or something? Because that would have been kind of cool.
It's like cows.
Not gonna lie, that's kind of cool. Or like cheese, you know? Little cheese socks. Cool.
Yep.
Cool. Okay. Kind of buying it. Would have went for the socks. The socks only. As soon as I got my pair, I would have been gone. Sorry.
Colin brought up a good point. Like, Kamala dropped the ball because she should have did a Wisconsin accent, you know, make that her thing at every rally, wherever she goes. That's the accent she uses. So like when she was in Georgia, she talked like a redneck, you know, Southern white guy. And, you know, that she should have talked like somebody from Wisconsin. However they talk, I'm not sure.
There's not really an accent for Wisconsin. I don't really think. I don't know. They're very
I feel like
chipper.
they talk like Canadian.
A little bit. I can say that. Yeah, a little bit.
I don't know. If anybody's from Wisconsin, and
absolutely not.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Nobody in Wisconsin poops. Nobody in Wisconsin poops because they eat so much cheese. Don't you know? Don't you know? That's right. Stephanie said, "Don't you know?"
Oh my God.
Wisconsin, eh? They talk like Canadians. I just know it. But anyway, so after the free concert, everybody, like, people started filing out. Then the media stopped panning the crowd, but they had to digitally like put people in the crowd behind her. If you saw the real picture, there was only like maybe 1,000 people left after the concert ended and Kamala started talking. And then they did it the same. If everybody saw the picture of Kamala getting off of Air Force Two, and they made it look like there was like 10,000 people waiting for her to get off the plane, like she was the Beatles or something. And but when you look at, people had their phones up, when you zoom in on the phones, like one had like a lizard on it, like one had like two people talking, like they definitely like digitally like put people in that crowd. Probably half that crowd was digitally put in there. So that's the game that they're playing to make it look like Kamala has a bunch of support, and she really don't. Nobody's going to Kamala. There's less people going to Kamala rallies than Joe Biden rallies. So that's something to kind of think about, so that we don't get caught up in that. The AI. I did see another video today of what AI predicted what a Kamala Harris presidency would look like. And they went through like 20 different like slides of pictures, and all of them had fire in it.
That's not funny, but it is funny.
He's like a pyro or something. I don't know. But I know how much you just love Kamala Harris, Nicole. So is she getting any better in her campaign, or what's your opinion on things like with Kamala? Is she resonating anything to you?
No, not at all. And I even think back to like the younger me when I was considered a Democrat. There's really nothing that I can say that would continue me voting for her, just because she does not make sense. She can't put sentences together that even make sense. And I can't stand her laugh, like, at all. Like, not everything is freaking hilarious. Like, stop. So, no. And so I do a lot of like video watching at night because, of course, I'm a mom of 3, like, and sports. So there's more and more and more people that are actually coming out and saying, like, I'm a lifelong Democrat and I'm not voting for her. Like, they are coming out more and more. Yeah, they just can't get her. They cannot stomach her.
Yeah. So here's what she makes me to want to do. She gives me the confidence to want to start an OnlyFans.
Oh my God. Why am I not shocked that you would say something like that? That's what it motivates me to do. I'm like, well, if Kamala can make money, I can make money. Right? She's worth $8 million. I'm going to get $8 million. Yeah, but she had Montel Williams.
I'll go find me a
Excuse
Montella
me?
Williams.
Wait, time out. Shauna, what? Don't drag me into this foolishness.
Go ahead. Chime in. You have something you want to say. Now go ahead. The platform's yours. Go ahead and say it.
I have nothing to say. I agree with Nicole. But they couldn't stomach her then, and they can't stomach her now. Just because y'all was playing this freedom song doesn't mean that we were going to be like, okay, we accept her as the like. No, we didn't like her then. So it was like, no, we're not going to like her now because y'all trying to put her on this pedestal. No, it's no, like it's really, I think. Sorry, it's too like. It's very forced. So that's another part of it that you won't even give us a chance to see if we really like her. You just keep shoving her down our throats because you don't want him. And so it's just like the chance to even try to see if we can deal with her and tolerate her. We can't even do it because it's just so engrossed. And nobody wants to deal with that. No, I'm good. I'm so good. Not saying I'm voting for the Tangerine Man, but definitely not voting for her.
Stop it.
Whoa. Now you've done a Kamala Harris flip-flop on me, because behind the scenes, off camera, so for one, let's talk about Leon. Leon said that he ain't doing this shit. He's going to vote for Trump.
Oh, okay. You know what? Don't even bring my father into this. Don't even. Because he did not say he was voting for Trump. He just said that he don't like Kamala or trust her. Okay? That's that. Secondly,
he'll vote for Trump over Kamala.
I would definitely vote for him over her because I don't want her.
You just said today, you said, I fully endorse Donald J. Trump for president.
That's how I know you're taking too many drugs, because there is no way that came out of my mouth. And I don't even know how you got that out of the conversation that we had today. That's not even what I said. It's not at all.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, too many drugs. Too many drugs.
I say too much protein powder. There you go.
And between that and a combination of Monster all daggone day and no actual diet. So yeah, that could definitely be the cause.
You just got to get crunk.
You brought my father into this. Gloves are off, buddy. Gloves are off.
Oh, look what you did.
Yeah,
you don't bring my papa into this, dang it. You understand me? No.
He's going to be Trump.
I have a question for Shauna, though. So, Shauna, with you being like against Kamala, but not quite for Trump, what would make you, as a woman, a Black woman, vote for Trump? Just curious.
Okay, well, you just go right on ahead then. Anyways,
somebody cut her off.
I'm sorry. I mean, as I've stated before, no one ever seems genuine when you're like, oh, we want to help the Black community. Like, nothing is ever like the complaints and the things that we are actually asking for is never a plan in anybody's like presidential, like, okay, this is what I'm offering. This is what I want, especially if it's going to solidify your vote. Like, for one, the immunity for the police officers is a no-go. Absolutely not. No. That's got to be off the table. I'm not feeling it. Don't care. As a Black woman, literally a Black woman just got shot in the face not even a month ago with somebody who had already been fired from 3 different precincts that got put into another one. So for me to feel comfortable in saying like, okay, I want Trump, I think a total police reform needs to be done. Extensive background checks, extensive mental checks to see if like they're actually mentally stable to be a police officer. Things like that would actually make me, okay, I really am willing to listen to what you're saying, more so than just like, because I don't want her, I would rather choose you. Like, I don't want that to be the reason why I choose this person. I want it to be like actual good reasons that you've bought me into your campaign. And I haven't seen that with Trump yet. Like the whole, oh, well, they're stealing your Black jobs. Trump, don't nobody care. Like, unless you're going to start giving pay raises and actually like allowing us to get in the door to like actually good jobs, stuff like that. You telling me that it's a border control problem and they stealing Black jobs, that's not enough. Like, it's not enough. Like, and that's the thing that people don't realize with the Black vote is like, you want us to sit here and buy into your campaign, but you're never actually saying anything that we're asking for to change on our end that's going to benefit us. So there you go.
And what does the Black community need?
Well, several things, but I think actually allowing proper education, and I don't mean education in, oh, we're learning history. I mean education in financial literacy. Allowing that's not a thing that's taught in schools at all, especially in the Black communities. Allowing us to know how to actually manage money, habit, to create generational wealth for ourselves, creating programs that can allow us to actually like create generational wealth. That's the thing that people don't realize. Like, Black people don't have that opportunity. We can't go in and say, okay, I want to get a business loan so I can start this business to be able to pass it down so my kids and my kids' kids, and it's something that is continuously going. No, we never have that opportunity. And if people do, it's a 1 in a million chance that it's happened for you.
So just to back up what you just said, don't take this don't take this too good, because I'll never back up anything you say ever again. But so remember when they did the PP loans here, Shauna? And they were giving them out like left and right to everybody and their mom.
I remember the PPP loans. Yeah. Yeah, I remember those.
And so when they gave those out here, they were giving them to everybody. Like, there is so much money in PP loans that went out, the PPP loans that went out to Atlanta communities. But now the IRS is going around and auditing all that, and they're arresting everyone because nobody told, like, they weren't the people who had them out.
Guess who's not getting arrested?
Marjorie
Major
Taylor
corporations
Greene,
who took very big benefits from the PPP loans. Yeah, let's not even get into it.
Yeah, they're going after all the little people. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, every day you look on the news and somebody's is getting sentenced for the PPP loans. Mm-hmm. They're nabbing them up like by the hundreds here.
Yeah.
And that's been a big thing that to where they should have given like like a clinic or something, or sat everyone down and said, look, here's, because they were giving out, it was a lot of money. It was, billions of dollars worth of these loans. They should have sat everybody down and said, here's how this works. Here's what you have to do to stay in compliance with it. And, that way everybody wouldn't go to prison. Now all these people are going to prison for embezzling this money because everybody went out and bought Lamborghinis and shit with it.
Exactly. And that's the thing where I'm saying, like, I'm never that person. Like, Black people love to scream, we need reparations, we need money. And I'm never that, because I'm like, even if y'all do have money, you don't know what to do with it. And you've shown that, like, literally within the last 4 years, you've shown, even with, like, I know some people who were getting, like, stimulus checks, and they were getting, like, the additional, like, $1,200 or however much on top of that. And it's just like, where are you now? Still broke, still struggling. Nowhere better than where you were prior to COVID. So it's just like, that's why I pride on financial literacy, learning how to actually have money, spend it the proper way, keep it, and allowing it to be able to pass down towards other family members. Like, that's a big thing. We don't have that footing. Like, it's not a thing for us. Allowing us to create real estate portfolios, that's another big one. Things like that, we're never part of those conversations. So things like that, you're asking, like, what would I want? Those would be a start.
Right.
If he started saying things like that, creating programs where we can do stuff like that, creating programs in schools, stuff like that, I would consider it. I would be like, okay, now you're talking. Now I'm listening to what you're saying. So, but it's like nobody's saying those things, because all you want is to do concerts and want us to be like, oh, she's the first Black woman that's going to become president, and that's supposed to be enough for us. Like, you give us this little handout and you think that's supposed to be enough. It's not.
Point.
Come on, Ma.
Okay, so can you get off your soapbox for a minute, Shauna?
Hey, I opened that soapbox. I asked her. It was my fault.
Yeah, you did. It's your fault, Nicole. So, speaking of stomaching things, let's move on to Tim Walz. So, Tim Walz has a story that came up from his past in Nebraska where he had to go to the hospital. For what, you might ask? He had too much horse fellatio excrements in his stomach.
Nope.
Here you go.
No.
You just couldn't help yourself. You just couldn't help yourself.
No.
It was fact-checked as true. So guess what I've been doing all day on Twitter?
What have you been doing
Tim
all
Walz
day?
loves horses on every instance. Tim Walz loves horses. True story.
No, like that.
Right up Colin's alley. Right, Colin? Look at the article. It was like front page of the newspaper.
Okay,
I have it screenshotted. I saved it till the end.
I gotta look at this because I don't know about this.
I don't want to see it.
For me.
I don't want to see it because it's so much to intake. I don't even want to see it. I'm over it.
I don't
Well, there's not a picture of it. It's just the article.
I know,
about
but
they actually wrote down what happened, why he went to the emergency room.
That's gross.
Well, see, my thing is how did they get this? Because that's a HIPAA violation. And you can't get people's medical records unless you do it illegally. So what the heck? How did they find this?
There's no such.
It might have not. If it was like it hit the news, like it hit a news station. Damn, he's that old, huh? Jeez.
See, they're already saying that it's been debunked. So I Googled it and I said, Walt's article about horse, and it's saying, no, the Tim Walz horse story isn't true. It's rumored. So now I can't actually find it.
Yeah, when you control the media, they're gonna say that. I have the article.
There's this one. Did Tim Walz drink horse semen?
Anyway, so they're also calling him. See, Stephanie said it was pre-HIPAA. No, there was no such thing as HIPAA at the time.
Well, that would make sense.
Back then, the local newspapers would put you on blast, especially in a small town. But so they also refer to Tim Walz as Tampon Tim because he thinks that every men's restroom needs tampons in it.
I've heard that. Yep. That one
I've heard. I don't know. I've never used a tampon. Colin probably knows. Colin knows all the weird stuff. He's my expert on weirdness.
He said, "Is there really such a thing as too much horse jizz?"
Can we please move on from the horse? Oh my god!
Didn't you say you wanted to have a farm, Shauna?
Listen.
You said you
not doing that.
When I say farm, I mean happy farm. Like, okay, a couple of goats, maybe a couple of chickens, not too much. I don't want to be sitting here jacking a horse off. Like, I'm not trying to breed horses. I don't care about any of that. I don't care. I don't. Oh, God. Oh,
you just got canceled.
And tampons make good fire starters.
Colin said tampons make good fire starters. Yep.
It makes me wonder if he knows that from experience.
Is that why women are so angry all the time?
But I want to know how he knows this.
Oh, I'm done.
He's a Marine. What do you think? He knows everything.
Right. Yeah, I did see the thing about the tampon, and that's a no-go for me. No-go. That's wasting school funds, by the way.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
I highly disagree with the tampon thing.
No.
I wish they would quit pushing that because we're going to have kids that are even more unstable than what they already are.
They can make it a federal law that we shouldn't get taxed on feminine products, like across the board, not in a few states, like across the board.
I agree with that. Just saying.
Close.
Well, tell Trump he's taking taxes away from all kinds of stuff, so just add it to the list. Will that make you vote for him if he does that?
Actually, yeah, it would.
Because I'm in contact with one of his staffers. I'll pass it down the line.
Please. No, they really should do that. Like non-taxing on feminine products. That's the real thing, for sure. We can't help it that we have this every month.
Agreed. Just saying.
I think they could make it a medical expense and be part of insurance or part of your supplemental insurance.
No, because then insurance just go up. Absolutely not.
I was getting ready to say that you do not want to include that because insurance is about to go like this for all women across the board, and we would be pissed. Please don't.
We're scared than men because we live longer.
Well, if we all vote in Kamala Harris. But Colin's on a roll today.
Oh my God, he is. I can't do it no more. I can't read no more of this stuff.
Here's
Colin, why are you paying for that when there's so many sites for free? Just curious. Just wondering. Or are you paying for OnlyFans? Is that what this is?
But so moving on. So you have this the Walz, he has a daughter, right? So his daughter, they found emails where she was tipping off the rioters of when and where the National Guard was coming during the George Floyd riots. So like she compromised security of so many people by doing that. And so what is she going to start leaking national, some of our like classified secrets? She gets all her hands on something. Like, I wouldn't trust that. And then you got Kamala Harris's stepdaughter. She's a freak of nature herself. And she's a super Hamas supporter. So we got these kids getting ready to go in the White House that are train wrecks that were raised in liberalism.
This screams the Bush girls all over again.
No, the Bush girls were saints. All they want to do is get drunk and party. These two clowns, they're insane. Colin just said he's a special needs man.
I saw that. Just can't. No more.
I refuse to look at the comments at this point.
All right, Colin, go make America great again. And then so Tim Walz's wife, she was quoted as saying, when the riots were going on in Minnesota, I opened up the window so I could smell the city burning. Like, what kind of sick, twisted person says something like that?
Yep.
What is wrong with the Walz family? Like, I don't care how much the media tries to pump this family up. These guys are a mess. And we're supposed to just let this guy walk into the White House with all this craziness. And then not to add the stolen valor. Clearly, he's guilty of stolen valor. They should investigate him and they should deal with that. When he retired or dodged war is what really happened. He dodged going to Afghanistan. I think it was Afghanistan or was it Iraq? I don't remember. His unit was getting deployed to a combat area. So he retired. And so when he did that, before his time was done, I wish Colin was back on here because he'd be able to put his expertise on there. But he was demoted. And so he still runs around and claims his status that he wasn't. And then he's running around going, well, when I was using my guns of war in a war zone, like, bro, you was never in a war zone. Nice try. So this guy, what I've kind of put together of this Tim Walz is he is a habitual liar. This dude lies about everything. There's no truth that comes out of this guy's mouth. He's a self-proclaimed socialist. He admitted it in his in that little town hall thing that they did. Was a white guys for Kamala or whatever, the little Zoom meeting thing they did. He was like, socialism is neighborly or something like that. Like, socialism should never come out of an American's mouth, for one. And then he lied. He got a DUI once, and he lied and was trying to tell the officers he was deaf.
I saw that, please. I saw
like, this
that
guy's
report.
a clown. This guy is a complete clown. Like, all of his stories are stuff that you're like, that can't be real. But then you look into it and you're like, well, this stuff, he really said and did these things. This should be, if you're a liberal and you're supporting Tim Walz, you are clearly grade A prime beef idiot. Like 80% fat, 20% beef. That's how much of an idiot that you
I'd just say, if I was a Democrat, I would not be proud of this ticket one bit at all.
This is a bad ticket.
And her picking him, that was it for me. I was like, oh my God, are we serious? Like, what?
Yeah, it's a liar. It's a liar picking a liar. They're flip-floppers. And he's super pro Palestinian. Like, this guy is every red flag you could want. He's got it.
But wait, didn't Kamala flip on that? And didn't she say, like, we're supposed to support Israel? So how do those two,
well,
like,
it depends
together?
So with Kamala Harris, it depends on who she's standing in front of. That's the story.
That is true.
Tells.
Yeah.
So, and we've gone through that in the past couple podcasts. I think Shauna was on one of them where we pretty much figured out that whoever's interviewing her, if she already knows like what side of the fence that the interviewer's on, that's the route she goes. Or if somebody's in her earpiece going, "Hey, you liking the Palestinians is hurting our base." So talk good about Israel for a minute.
Oh God.
Well, you've
I've
been
truly thought
that.
about. I've been going back and forth this whole week about deactivating my social media accounts until the presidential election is over. Like, I'm so over seeing her in this cackle. It's driving me crazy. I can't.
And you ever notice like sometimes when her eyes get real big, she's like, that's freaky. Her big giant eyes are freaky. There's Charles.
I I really do feel like they be feeding to her earpiece because she does this right here.
Yeah, and she does that a lot.
You're not deliberating on anything.
And I see like the liberals online, and they're like, well, Trump doesn't have a platform. He does. Man, the dude's got like a whole website full of his platform, like mapped out in details. Kamala Harris is the one that has no platform. She's like, well, we're just going to do what Joe did. Is that good? No, that's not good. Joe's plan failed already. Time for a new plan.
There we go.
Where you're not getting any endorsement money for
that. He wanted me to endorse this, so here you go. Take it back.
If they want to endorse the show, sure.
Right?
I won't drink while I'm driving, but I'll have one when I get to the house.
There you go.
Right.
Nick used to drink Bud Light, but when the whole Bud thing went down, he found Coors. So that's what he drinks now.
You talking about when they did the trans commercial?
Yeah.
Yeah. They lost. You know, my dad works for Budweiser. And
oh, really?
Yeah.
I've heard they lost millions. What are you doing?
Oh, yeah. Millions within a week. Literally. Millions within a week.
He was one of the ones that was like bounced and was like, nope, no more.
Oh yeah. Cause you know, like it was crazy because my dad was like, it was like overnight, it was just bad. And then he was like, they started cutting hours. Everybody wasn't showing up to work every day. Like, no, it's really hurt them as a company. And the only reason why I feel like they didn't go bankrupt is because they have, like, you know, they own Juicy Juice. They got several high-end wines that they own, different stuff like that. I don't know if you've seen the good 2 times, like juices and stuff that's like kind of all umbrellaed under Juicy Juice. Like they own all of that stuff like that. So that's the only reason why they didn't
tank.
Go bankrupt. Yeah. Because of all that other stuff.
Are you like the next Dylan Mulvaney or something? You just went through, sold a whole bunch of beer.
Oh my God. I grew up around it. But anyways,
Dylan Mulvaney?
It hurt him.
Shut up, Eric. She's going to smack you. Oh my God.
Listen, this is why we just gloss over him. We don't even care. What else do you have to say?
See that?
What else do you have to say? No, I don't see it. I don't
see it.
I just see your big round head and this ugly flag in the back of it.
Ugly flag? We're going to have to fight now.
I knew that was going to trigger him.
Anyway.
I was waiting.
Always does.
Anyway. So, Shauna, we were talking today briefly about the online like dialogue. Like you brought it up to me today, and I wanted to touch on that a little bit because if you're not used to like, especially like X and some of the things on TikTok and some of the other sites that are out there, like you really like there is a lot of like threats going on online. Now, what were some of the ones you saw today, Shauna?
I mean, well, the one that we saw, I showed it to you. It was like they had like the swastikas behind Kamala. That was crazy to me. A lot of it was just, man. Yeah, it was a lot of different stuff that they was just like comparing her and like her campaign to a lot of, just different stuff. It was all just bad. Some people were just talking about how like,
well, that's not so much
gonna be the end. It was a lot of different stuff.
It is gonna be the end. AI already said so.
I think the thing is that
like I watched this thread.
Go for it.
Go ahead, Shauna.
No, go ahead. I'm trying to pull it up. Go ahead.
Okay, so I was watching this thread where I don't know, everybody was kind of anonymous in it, but it was a back and forth between this one guy and he was getting ganged up by like probably a dozen people. And the whole moral of the whole thing was these, I'm guessing they were like the Gen Z group, that they talked like Gen Zers, but they were basically saying like, when Kamala gets in office, we're going to kill every MAGA we see. And there was probably like 20 kids saying, yep, you're all dead. And like, that's the kind of stuff that's going on online.
Yep. I've seen comments like that.
Like, and that's generally how it is, because most of the time, like the Republican Party, like generally conservatives are true to their conservative, like their conservative values, like they're reactors. So you're not going to see a whole lot of conservatives like throwing themselves out there saying, hey, we're going to kill all you guys. Because conservatives generally don't do that. They usually react to things, where these liberal kids are out of control. They have a problem. And it makes me mad, because liberalism, the older liberals that have decided, hey, it would be a great idea to empower Gen Z to our side. But the problem is they over radicalized them. And now you're not going to be able to control them. And so Kamala's she's going to feel the wrath of that, because she's going to eventually, here in the next probably week, is going to have to pick a side between the Muslims and the Jews. And she's going to lose either way she picks. And it's going to make them both mad if she tries to stay down the middle with it. Because the Gen Zers are going to be pro-Palestine, pro-Muslim, pro all this. And then she's going to lose a lot of her monetary base if she goes anti-Jew, because the Jews have the money. So she's going to be stuck in a situation. And I think that's ultimately when this whole thing pops off with Iran and Israel, that'll be the end of Harris Walz, because they're not able to recover from that. One side's going to get mad and they're going to lose that base. And you're going to, if the kids get mad, they're going to start catching stuff on fire. All these protests you're seeing going on, especially over in Europe, that's a precursor to what is probably going to happen here. And, you know, they're burning. Ireland's on fire. England's on fire. Spain's on fire. Bangladesh overturned their government. And now the government is just shooting everyone in Bangladesh. Like this, Kenya's is on fire. You have all these countries. Poland shooting immigrants trying to cross. So you have all these things going on that is a precursor to what we have coming. And it doesn't have to be like that. If we just vote and let Trump get in there, fix all these issues, especially with the immigration problem, then we can prevent a lot of these things from happening here. What's done is done in Europe. They got a big mess to clean up, but we don't have to have that here. And, you know, Kamala's she keeps saying, well, I'm going to fix the border. Well, didn't your boss already fix the border with his executive order that he signed? So if it's fixed, then what are you going to fix it for? So that just tells me that the border is not fixed, that it's still a disaster. You know, you don't really watch the news anymore and see like families coming across. It's all men.
Yep.
So that's a problem that liberals are oblivious about. We could potentially have terrorist cells all over our country right now, and we don't know it. And it could happen as soon as this war starts with Iran. Then all of a sudden, boom, 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 all these terrorist attacks go off. You know, look what they tried to kill Taylor Swift, for heaven's sakes. I mean,
that's just very un-American.
Hey,
dude, the Swifties are no
Taylor
joke,
Swift.
though.
Look, I know the Swifties protect her more than Trump protected.
It's true.
You think they dropping them phosphorus bombs or whatever, and you let something happen to Taylor Swift. The whole U.S. is going upside down. Oh my God.
Taylor Swift is more protected than Donald Trump. They stopped a bomb. I'll bet you nobody with a weapon got anywhere within 1,000 feet of that stadium. They had facial recognition and everything going off over there. Danger, danger, get them.
We seen what it was like here in Atlanta when she came for tour. I can only imagine everywhere else. Oh my God. It was crazy.
Yeah. I mean, ISIS tried to kill Taylor Swift. Like, I'm still upset. Like, Taylor Swift is a super lib cat lady. That's my arch nemesis because I am a cat man, but I identify as a conservative. Nicole, I have 5 new kitties.
I thought you were going to get rid of them.
Total now.
You're going to turn into a cat
I don't have
lady.
it in me.
I've literally been telling him this whole time. It's time to put some up for adoption. He's not listening.
You're going to have like 20 cats running around.
Not doing it. So John, hey, Shauna, John Wick let me pet him today. But I had to
find out the actual genders of these cats.
It's a him, I know, because his name's John Wick.
Okay, moving on.
But I caught him by the tail and he couldn't get away. And so I was able to pick him up. And then he was like having a seizure in my hands because he didn't know what to do because he could go nowhere. So then I just softly pet him.
Yeah.
Until he eventually he calmed down.
House because of the cats.
They're wrestling right now. It's wrestle time. Yeah. Yeah, they're beating the crap out of each other right now. It's about that time for them. But the babies, I'm gonna train them to be ruthless. So when this civil unrest happens, I'll have cats that'll protect me.
Okay. Sure.
I'm gonna put lasers on their head, like Dr. Freaking lasers. But that is pretty much all of the high intelligent subjects that I wanted to talk about today. And I appreciate the always fantastic Nicole, who's my favorite sister-in-law, but you are my only sister-in-law.
I was gonna say.
You will never be second. You will never be second place.
I'll always be first.
That's right. Uncontested.
Always number one.
And also thank you. Thank you to Shauna, who finally endorsed Donald Trump for president. Oh my God. And what? I flipped you today.
Sure.
That's an agreement. That's an agreement.
Uh-huh.
Everybody in the whole world.
She's going to get there, but in her own time. I have faith. She just needs to keep listening to them. There's some positives of them out there.
I'm not saying that there isn't.
No, she just needs to listen to my interpretation.
Maybe your interpretation is throwing her off.
No. Make America great again, period. That's it. Hold on. I'll do what Katy Perry did.
Your eye. Fix your eye.
That's the protein seeping into his brain at this point. Like, there's just nothing we can do.
That's my Katy Perry.
Oh, my God.
But I also want to thank all my people in the gallery today, Colin and Stephanie, and my dad, who is texting me the whole show.
Hi, Dad.
And I hope everyone's safe. I know. He's watching. He's watching right now. So everybody know where your kids are at. Stay safe.
Oh, my God.
Watch out for crazies. The crazies are everywhere. And they won't stop until Donald Trump's president. What? How about everybody just have fun this weekend? Have a Trump boat party. That's what we need. Make America boat party again.
Kashana's birthday is on Monday, so I'm getting shit-faced this weekend.
She's got to have fun.
That's gross. That sounds like a
last year, my
party.
20s.
Gosh, she's a baby.
So sad. It's the end of an era. But yeah,
that's the show for today. We don't want to talk about Charlotte's party.
Well, fuck you. But anyways, everybody be safe. As it nears the election, people are getting more and more crazy. So everybody just be vigilant, be safe, okay? Always try to be nice.
Agreed.
All right. We'll see everybody on Sunday. Peace.